Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Devon. Alright, man, before we get into this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, man, so, as y'all can see the title of the video, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about this again. And I just want you guys to know that it is very prominent in Madden 23. Now, what I'm going to do is, just to set the stage for y'all, I want y'all to know that I'm coming off of a 4-game win streak. Okay? This is like off my 4th straight win. So, in Ultimate Team and regular seasons, which I know a lot of y'all don't care, but this is where I see a lot of this stuff, especially here. And it also happens in franchise mode a lot too, so keep that in mind. Not as much in head-to-head, but, you know, whatever. So, just set the stage for y'all. I had 4 straight wins, right? Coming off of a 4 win streak, right? 4 win streak. So as I'm going to go into my next game, everything seemed to be fine, but for some weird reason, my team just decided to not play anything like they did the last 4 games. Now, I'm gonna show you 3 clips of the same game, 3 different instances where DDA kicked in and I was not able to perform or do anything, and it made me do some of the stupidest stuff in the world. So, first clip, I want you guys to see how when he throws the ball, he throws a lob, right? And I got prime time over there. So when he throws it to his wide receiver, Dion is in front of him. So in my mind, or in anybody's mind, probably to the user that's watching this clip right here, you will say that, oh yeah, that's a pick because you see Dion in front of him, right? So I go to make the pick, and for some weird reason, which I could have sworn in Madden 23, they patched that, but we're back to interceptions being dropped because you're touched by somebody. Not hit, but literally just because you're getting touched by somebody, you drop the ball. You know, I could have sworn in Madden 23 that was a problem and y'all patched that. I could have sworn. We'll make a video on that sometime in the future, but however, let's keep moving on. Second clip. Now, same exact thing. He throws another lob to one of his players, right? I got Richard Sherman over there. Now, as you can see, it literally looks like Sherman is going to pick the ball off again. Absolutely not. This time, instead of him dropping the caught pick, they decide, not him, but they, as an EA and Clinton company, they decide to say, you know what? Let's give him an animation that doesn't even fit the situation. In what realm does that catch animation make sense in? Who turns around in that fashion to try to catch a ball? And I have other clips that also highlight that same exact thing. Like I said, we'll make videos about that in the future. But I find it really funny how all of a sudden you start giving me some of the goofiest animations, and or you make it to where I can't catch picks. Now, another clip, he runs the ball. I got Cam Chancellor standing right there. As Bo Jackson is running the ball, they have Cam Chancellor standing there as if he don't know what is going on. He sees him running the ball. You see him turn his head and look at Bo as he's running the ball. And then once he finally gets the Blues clue, he's like, oh, let me go chase him down now. EA, come on, man. Like, if this isn't blatant cheating, I don't know what to tell you. This isn't something where, oh, you should have called the right play. No, it doesn't matter what you call. Now, of course, let's be reasonable here and not be ignorant. If I was to run like a special teams, kickoff, return, field goal block, whatever, right? Then of course I'm not expecting them to stop every single thing. But at the same as that time, there's no excuse to have a player sitting there and him not knowing what he's doing when he has the awareness and play recognition to sniff those things out. There should be no reason, no rhyme or reason for that. It makes me sick because it's like, you guys love to sit here and try to take the user, which I've expressed this years ago that DDA will do this to you. Dynamic difficulty adjustment, DDA, aka, they will literally do this to you when the game feels like you're getting too far ahead of yourself. They will find a way to try to draw back your players and make it seem like, okay, to get a little bit more of a challenge, your player that was so smart last game, now he's a little bit more stupid now. That all those broken tackles you was getting, let's tone that back a little bit. You're gonna get some animations where you're not gonna fall for it. Let's do that instead. Or remember that pick that you was getting a couple games ago? Let's draw that back some. You're gonna drop a couple this game. It's okay. You can still do your thing. That's pretty much what DDA is in a nutshell. Anytime, and like I said, I'll put the card up there, or the card's up there somewhere where y'all can watch it. But DDA pretty much makes it to where anytime you are on a streak of winning games, or you're doing very well at a game, to make it to where that the user doesn't get bored, they decide to sneakily activate the dynamic difficulty adjustment, aka DDA, to make it to where that now the player has a little bit of a harder time trying to do the said things that he's doing to try to keep the player engaged. Or they call it I think it's EOA. I think they call it in engagement, something online, whatever they call it, EEOM or something like that. EOM. I forget what it's called, but y'all can see the video for yourselves. But either way, I say all that to say, ladies and gentlemen, I find it really appalling that you got games online, and I know there's a lot of games online that do certain things like this, but I've never seen it as prominent as I have in Madden. In all these years, I've never seen DDA ever be brought up unless we're talking about Madden. Now, there's probably DDA in FIFA. I've heard it's been in FIFA, NHL, other games as well. But, even games as basic as Crash Bandicoot, there's DDA in there. But in a sports game, when it's two users playing against each other, there should be no reason why, if I got the better team, I have to take the back seat and let the guy who I'm playing against win, or let him get the winning edge because he hasn't won a game, or I've won too many games, so I got to sit back and take the back seat now. Now, who's to say that guy that I'm playing, who's to say that he hasn't lost a handful of games, he comes across me, and then that's the game where he starts to get the advantage, or I'm the one that got to take the back seat. Who's to say? But ladies and gentlemen, dynamic difficulty adjustment, or aka DDA, if you will, it is in full effect in Madden. You can find it in Ultimate Team, you can find it in franchise mode, you can find it in online head-to-head regs, you can find it pretty much anywhere that when you turn on Madden, you press start, any of those menus where you're playing against somebody, it's going to happen to you. Now, to be real with you, and I'm going to be so honest with y'all, because a lot of y'all like to make this I'm about to say the R word, a lot of y'all like to make this stupid comment. And here's my thing. I don't mind losing. I have no quarrels about losing. It's part of the game. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If anything, that loss should make you say, you know what? All right, next person finna get this work now. If anything, losses should toughen you up and say, hey, all right, I saw where I messed up. Let me try to capitalize on that the next game. And then bam, you go in there and you get that win back. You know what I mean? But when you lose in a fashion like this, how is the player supposed to be a good sport? You know what I mean? How exactly is someone supposed to look at that and say, well, hey, I did my best. There was nothing else I could do. When you literally, like in these clips, were doing everything in your own power to try to make these things happen. And of course, the guy who I talked to over the headset, I was telling him, which I wasn't mad at him, but the typical gamer, I don't remember all that, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't bailing you out either. I'm like, no, absolutely not. When you throw two picks like that and you give me a stupid animation one, and then another one, you make me drop it because you happen to tickle my underarm or some shit like that, y'all decide to say, yeah, I don't remember all of that. I mean, and to tell you the truth, the guy was all chummy and happy and all kinds of stuff because it worked out for him. Anybody who's in the lead and it's not happening to them, they don't recall anything. But guarantee you, when they start losing, then they want to start highlighting all the things that happened that caused them to lose. Like I said, I keep the same energy when I win, just like I keep the same energy when I lose. If I know I beat you to some fluky stuff, I will literally say, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of hold you that game. Same thing when I lose. I'm like, nah, bro, they pull some funny stuff. And I can pull up what exactly happened, like what happened here. But then again, the generation of gamers that we have, they literally will clean to anything to make themselves seem more than what they are, regardless of how they got that win. But I'm telling you, when they lose, it's a totally different story. But I'm going to drop that in the comment section down below. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Devine, and I'm signing out. Peace.